How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, we're diving into the galaxy far, far away as we tackle a classic LEGO set, the Rebel Scout Speeder from 2008. This set has a special place in my heart and many LEGO fans, and I'm excited to give it a fresh twist. Let's jump right into it.
Can we start the story now?
I started by grabbing some 1x6 plates, inverted tiles, jumper plates, and bracket pieces for the bottom of the speeder. The bracket pieces are attached on the sides. The inverted tiles are obviously placed under the plates for a nice smooth bottom, and the jumper plates are arranged so that the speeder seating area will be 5 studs wide. One of the features I really wanted for this speeder was to be able to fit 4 minifigures in it. You were only able to fit 3 in the speeder from 2008, excluding the gunner seat, and you are only able to fit 2 minifigures in the new speeder that just came out, which is kind of ridiculous. The 5 stud wide cockpit will allow me to fit 2 minifigures side by side. I added some plates onto the jumper tiles. I then started to build up the front and back of the speeder by adding some more plates and bracket pieces. I also added more inverted tiles to the bottom of the speeder. These again give the bottom a nice clean finish and secure everything in place. I added some more bracket pieces to the side of the speeder and used some bar pieces and rounded bricks for the front. I then added some slope bricks to the front that the hood of the speeder can rest on. It was time to start working on the interior of the speeder, which is something I was really excited to build. I decided on using tan for the seats. I wanted to use a very similar color scheme as the original speeder. This meant I would be using a lot of light bluish gray, white, dark bluish gray, and black. I used rounded tan tiles, tan ingot pieces, and some clip pieces to create the seats. I liked this microphone piece as some sort of steering mechanism or joystick. I also added a printed piece with some buttons for the passenger seat and an unprinted video game controller for the steering wheel. It was time to finish building the front of the speeder and then slowly working my way back. I added some cheese slopes and tiles to the bracket pieces up front. I then added some rounded slopes and began working on the speeder hood. I wanted the hood to be white and dark bluish gray, similar to the front of the speeder from 2008. I used plates, tiles, and rounded slopes to get the angle. I attached them to a hinge brick, which attached to a modified brick and folds over the slope bricks I had placed down earlier. It's a really nice angle, and I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. For the sides up front, I ended up using these large double convex slope bricks. I struggled to figure out what to put here, but this was kind of the best option I came up with. I really wanted it to be a sleek design, and I didn't want any studs showing. I connected them with rounded slopes and a tile. Next, I added some plates and tiles to clean up the front and leave a spot open for the cockpit window to attach. I then added some large modified rail plates to the side of the speeder on the bracket pieces. I then added some cheese slopes to the bottom of the brackets and tiles on top. I love the shape of it so far. I then added a small strip of tan to match the small strip of tan you can find on the original design. Alright, time to start building up the back. I built some angled bits for the sides and then placed down some snot bricks to build off of. I added some more snot bricks to the back so I can build in that direction as well. I thought these pieces looked cool and fit perfectly for the back of the speeder and kind of matched the rounded shape. I then added some wedge plates and rounded wedge plates to the back of the speeder. I then placed down some modified bricks with cheese slopes and medium nougat rounded tiles. I thought the speeder could use a bit more color just to give it some more depth. I then added some rounded bricks. Next, it was time to add some thrusters to the back of the speeder. I really liked these black pieces. I then added these rounded bricks that really, well, rounded out the entire speeder. I then tiled off the top of the speeder using various tiles. I left a jumper plate open for the gun to go on. I had a lot of fun creating the big gun on top of this thing. I wanted it to be different from the original. I wanted it to be less of a tank and more of like a big blaster. I added some white accents to it to match the white accent on the original. The speeder is now officially done. It is very sturdy and swishable and a massive upgrade from the original. I also needed to upgrade my Rebel Troopers by giving them some dual molded legs. Now it is time to take pictures in my lightbox and edit them in Photoshop. I decided to use this landscape from my Dune MOC as a fun base for the speeder.